I'm Hasso Herring, and I have a suggestion for oil and gas companies that now supply the fuel we in Oregon use. The suggestion is stop shipping us fuel. Start boycotting the state. Now, why would I make a reckless suggestion like that? I figure it's the only way to get regulators in the state, from the governor on down, and legislators too, to back off from the path they're on in regard to regulating fuel. As the Associated Press reports, Oregon was among the first states in 2009 to require producers to cut the carbon content of fuel by 10% in the future. Now, fuel companies are supposed to calculate and report the carbon emissions of fuels from production to consumption. And the legislature next year has a proposal to demand that producers further reduce emissions. All this is obviously going to cost a lot of money, and you know who's going to have to pay? You. Who else? And for what? To reduce the carbon emissions in order to prevent climate change, a process that goes on all the time and is as natural as life on Earth. I'm convinced. Keep in mind that Oregon has no producers of traditional fuel, no producers at all. Nobody drilling for oil or gas, and nobody refining gasoline refining gasoline or heating oil. If anybody tried, environmental fanatics and their allies in state government would prevent it. All our fuel is shipped in. So now we're telling these producers to jump through all kinds of hoops that cost time and money to jump through. Why would they do that? Well, I don't know, but if I were a producer, I would tell Oregon to go jump in the lake. If you make me do all this crazy stuff in order to sell in your state, I would say, forget it. Just buy your fuel somewhere else. And I might add, if you want to measure carbon, calculate the CO2 emitted by all the paper pushers and regulators in the state. If you want to cut back on carbon, cut back on them. Thanks for listening. I'm Hasso Herring.